Hey everyone, wanted to make a quick video here so we can get this thing right. Had a lot of stuff going on. Moved because the house, the family house I was living at, changed or sold, and I've also been having a lot of computer issues. But I wanted to talk to you today regarding timelines. The Lord initially introduced me to this concept, I want to say back in like July or August. I'm finally gotten to the point where I understand enough to be able to speak about it to the prophetic people, prophets, seers, and the like. Not sure if it's for everyone, but when it comes to timelines, when it comes learning about timelines and prophecy and seeing the future or whatnot and just knowing what's going to happen, you've got to understand that to everything there is a timeline, and you have to be able to understand that giving certain words too early can really damage people. But it always has to be at the right time, versus like if you tell someone something too late, it's like pointless from my current understanding. So, and as you're learning about certain timelines and you know when certain things are supposed to happen, or the Lord has given you or told you certain things that are supposed to happen, many times you just gotta wait it out. And in between all those times, in between the times that you gotta move and speak or do actions, you gotta keep those in between times are times for prayer and meditation, so that you'll do the right thing, you'll say the right things. Of course, that's depending on the Lord and believing that He's given you the right words to say and being dependent on Him in saying the correct things. And again, it's just like really obeying the Lord, being dependent on Him, on saying the right things at the right time, from the beginning to the end. Because if the Lord tells you something early on, and you tell someone or you do something very early, it can be very damaging. And that person could react too early and nothing happens because it's not the right time. But if you say certain words at the right times, then it could be very encouraging, it could be uplifting, it could be just the right thing that the person needed. Rather than if it's too late, that person would have already gone through it. Yeah, it could be confirmation, but many times it's not helpful if it's too late. And then as you continue to learn about the timelines and you're able to get a bigger picture of how things are supposed to go, you'll be able to kind of be at peace in the in-between times and not really feel discouraged when you're not seeing what the Lord has told you is going to happen at the specific time. And so that also brings in not being focused on a particular moment, like and not being, it's seeing the entire picture and understanding that that this is supposed to happen at the end, or this is how it's supposed to unfold, and not being so focused in one particular moment that you're feeling grieved, you're feeling discouraged, and just unsatisfied. And that's one thing I've really had to learn, is because I want everything to happen now, but in order to fulfill what the Lord has told you prophetically, you gotta understand that things just have to play out you gotta you gotta make the right moves at the right time and not be so focused on one particular second and just feel depressed, discouraged, because like let's say this is from, like, this right here is the beginning, and then like this right here is the end, and you're all the way back here and you're feeling discouraged because nothing's moving. But then you gotta give it a little bit more time, and you can see, and you'll be able to see something happen, and then you'll be able to say, okay, this is happening now, cool, everything is working out. And also you gotta also understand that human free will comes into play as well. And you got to continue praying things into praying and speaking things into existence, praying that things will go according to how the Lord wants them. Because if you're not praying it in, if you're not speaking into existence, it could actually delay things. And also, if you don't make the moves whenever the Lord wants you to, it could also delay things. So it's all about the prayer, meditation, speaking things into it in order to change certain things in that. And many times, I'm not sure if it's being like having a full understanding or just having to go with the flow until you have a better understanding. But many times, once you reach that end, you'll be able to see, look back in the past and see everything. You're like, ah, that's how it is. I think, don't quote me on it, but I think it just has to do with maturity and the understanding. But yeah, that's basically the entire idea of it all, is having to know what's supposed to happen and let things play out, and then make the moves and keep in prayer of what's supposed to happen, so that things won't go awry if you don't make the moves, if you don't do the prayer. If you don't pray, and see if you can change things. Basically, it goes along with dreams as well. If the Lord has given you a warning, or if the Lord has shown you what's supposed to happen, and you just sit on it and do nothing, I'm very guilty of that myself. You may not be able to change the outcome, change the future, because all dreams are potential outcomes, and it's up to us, because He's given us those things to change things, especially if it's not supposed to happen like that, and you need to change certain things. People call it manipulation. That's not it. Manipulation is changing things how you want them rather than how the Lord wants them. It's all about the timeline and be able to act whenever it needs to be done, and how the Lord wants, or how the Lord would like things to happen. And I don't know the percentage, and frankly, right now, it's not really important. It's just acting, praying things in, and changing things according to how the Lord would want things to happen. But I hope y'all have a good one. Y'all take care.